We're here at the SWAT Training Academy. We want to give them a special thanks for letting them use their facility. If you have a business and want a free shout out on Bright House Networks, contact Jason at myrawdeal.com. We're here with LaVon today, and LaVon, for telling your story, we have this official myrawdeal t-shirt for you to wear.
Awesome.
Wear that with pride.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Nice graphics, guys. Definitely a good shirt.
So LaVon, tell me a little
Sure.
bit about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm originally from Denver, Colorado. I've been here in this lovely state of Florida for about 2 years. I'm a college student, Metropolitan State College of Denver, so yeah.
Very cool. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30 years old.
Yes.
So what brought you to Florida?
Well, my parents are here, my sister's here. They kind of moved over, flocked over, so I decided to come over.
Very cool. What's your raw deal? Tell me what happened.
Well, to start off with, I was staying at a place for, I'd say, about 1.5 years, and next thing you know, I wake up one evening, somebody's pounding on the door. I'm like, what's going on? I was dead asleep, and I go to the door. I'm like, what's going on? There's a fire! Get out now. Get together, get your stuff, get dressed, get out. I'm like, this is really odd. There's no fire alarms going off. I'm like, all right, so gather my stuff. I go out. It's like the Titanic sinking is what this reminds me of, because there's no lights on in the hallways at all.
Right.
Fire alarms not on. People running around, just pandemonium, chaos. People are just screaming and pounding on doors. There's lights from the firefighters, officers. I look to the northeast. There's nothing but smoke and flames coming from that part of the building. And this building's about 450 rooms, so it's a pretty big place.
Now, did a fire alarm go off or anything like that?
No. And normally the fire alarms were really good about going off, so that's why, you know, everybody was like, this is an active, something's really wrong with this. So it took the firefighters to get there about 6 minutes, according to the preliminary report that I received.
Where was this? It was a hotel, right?
Yeah, it was in Kissimmee, Florida.
So there was a lot of tourists there too, right?
There was a lot of different, groups of people, all kinds. It was also extended stay, so I was one of the people that stayed there.
Stay.
Yeah, I mean, I lost everything. I lost
You had all your personal belongings?
Yeah, I lost my records. You know, I DJ on the side. I lost, you know, valuable things, just collector's items, you know, autographs from people that I've met, just everything gone. And I'd valued it a total about 12 grand if you had every little piece of thing up in there that I had bought in over the years collected. So.
And you weren't able to recover anything from this, were you?
No, they made us leave right away. They evacuated the place, which is good.
Right.
The really bad thing is that we're not good about getting all the animals out. There were people that were gone at work. They just were not there. They come home, they're like, can we get in to get our pets? No, they got everybody out as far as they knew, and nobody was allowed back in. So we're like, okay, it's just a small 2-room fire at the point where it started. It started at 10 p.m. I was awoken at 10:15. So there was a fire there one time before electrical, and 2 guys were able to put it out that were security guards, and they did it with just fire extinguishers alone before the firefighter even got there.
Right.
So next thing you know, everybody's gone. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go have a beer right now and calm my nerves. I go across the way, have a couple beers, talk to a friend of mine on the phone. It's like, they'll get this under control. It's a small fire.
Sure.
I was crossing the street. Everybody's out sitting in the parking lot with whatever they could grab at that time. Some people, you know, best thing to grab is your animals. Luckily, I did not have any animals there. I'm crossing the way. They have the street closed off. There's a big, you know, truck directing traffic, and there's tons of tourists just standing there filming it. The smoke is bellowing out of the place. I'm, you know, just, oh my God, this is not happening.
I mean, I remember seeing this fire on the news. It was,
yeah, no, I mean, it burned for 3 days straight. 3 days, and they couldn't get it contained. I mean, so I come back an hour later after having my couple beers. I'm like, oh, it should be done. I go over. They couldn't get it contained. I started filming parts of it myself on the, you know, the east side where it had originally started. You can see it from the Ramada parking lot, and I just didn't understand. There were just people sitting around, you know. I don't know if they're just like, we can't do anything about it. I mean, it took till about 5 a.m. till it got all the way to the other side where my room was.
Right.
I was just sitting there. I was like, oh my God, there goes everything I owned. I mean, they wouldn't let anybody back on to get anything. So.
Did you seek litigation to try and get your stuff or any kind of compensation?
That's the problem. When it comes down to the litigation, it seems like no attorney wants to touch this at all. The people claimed bankruptcy 48 hours before the place burned down, and it's supposedly,
really?
Oh yeah, there's so many agencies currently involved that the report's up to 115 plus pages. I'm currently talking to the fire marshal that actually does the reports, and she, I got the preliminary report, and it just said, they were called at this time. They didn't even close the actual thing done. Like, it started at Sunday, they closed it Friday. That's
right.
when everybody was off site. And so, I mean, you could still hear fire alarms coming from, the restaurant next door, and it was just unbelievable to see how that had happened. But in regards to the litigation, a lot of people are looking for attorneys, and every attorney wants to turn it down because they said that we can't handle this litigation.
So at this point, everyone who lost everything can't get any compensation.
No, and it's kind of funny because I was calling attorneys, everybody you can think of, and it seems like nobody else knew what was going on, and I was just trying. I want to help, if I can, get an attorney for everybody, get a class action lawsuit, but it's really hard with everything. You have to have receipted evidence for your property, which I do because I bought lots of stuff off eBay, and I always kept receipts. Unfortunately, they told me I could never insure my place or any of my property there, so that was the downside, and I should have knew. Anyhow, that's what I'm battling right now. That's my raw deal. They basically, the people want to wash their hands of it. They want to forget. It's a LLC company that owns it. It's not just one owner.
Right.
So they're trying to forget about it. They claim bankruptcy. So who knows? It's like trying to find the Wizard of Oz behind, who's the guy behind the curtain, like in the Wizard of Oz, honestly.
So bottom line is, you lost all your stuff. Actually, everyone lost all their stuff. The hotel burned down, and 48 hours prior, this hotel had gone completely bankrupt.
Yes. None of us knew what was going on until the last minute, and we're running out, while the place is burning down. So it's sad. Everybody lost a lot of pets, property, so much stuff that can't be replaced. You were living there, that was your residence, so you still didn't get any compensation for all of the stuff that you lost. I didn't get anything, and believe me, if there's an attorney that wants this case, I'm sitting here waiting. I would love for them to partake in this. Well, hopefully we can help you out. Well, that'd be awesome. Lavon, I appreciate you telling us your story. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now it's your turn. Go to myrawdeal.com now and vote for which story you think got the rawest deal. Will it be story number 1? Maybe it'll be story number 2. It could be story number 3. The choice is yours. Go to myrawdeal.com now.